Hello friends. So this is the fourth lecture on Alphonse Daudet, the last lesson. The last lesson, but this is our first lesson. Now as usual, as I told you, we will start explaining all the difficult words. Put off. Put off means postpone. That is, don't put off what you have to do, what you have to do today for tomorrow. Don't put off. Don't postpone. A great deal of, plenty of. We have a great deal of problems around us. Many problems we have. Great deal of problems. To reproach, to get angry or speak angry words. When you are angry, so when students don't do their homework, the teachers would reproach them. Means speak angry words towards them. Not towards to them. To enslave means to make slave, to make somebody slave. For a very long period of time in history, you remember, we were enslaved by the British. Hold fast, that means hold on. See, that is, this way say now hold fast means that with all your strength you should hold something. That is holding fast. When you are traveling by an overcrowded bus, you should hold fast to the seat, so to say, or you should hold fast to any accessories that you will find inside the bus. Or you can say, people who keep their promise, they always hold fast to what they have said. Understand? Hold fast. And then key to the present. Key means solution. So key to the present means solution to the present. Here solution to the present is that solution to the language that you have to key to the present, a solution to a problem. That's the thing. Key to the present. And we can say that holding fast on to one's mother tongue is a key to the present. Holding fast to one's mother tongue is a key to the present. That means if you are imprisoned by a foreign power, even then you hold on to your language. In that case, what will happen is that when you are freed, you can still continue speaking your language and also be free. So that is the meaning. Alright, highlights today, main points. The reasons why Hamel has put on his Sunday clothes. The old men of the village have occupied the last benches. That's the first point today. Second is, Franz holding on to his desk, his heart beating and not daring to speak. That's the second point that you are going to see today. The reasons why Alsace is poor in learning. Alsace is poor in learning why? The merits of the French language. The good things about the French language. So these are the points today in this section. Actually, as I told you, now it's your turn to read, not my turn, but in this class, virtual class, I have to read. I am going to read, we will read together. Hope you have got the textbook with you. Well, poor man, that is about Hamel. It was in honor of this last lesson that he had put on his fine Sunday clothes. And now I understand why the old men of the village were sitting there in the back of the room. So two things, he was wonderstruck and thunderstruck. What? Hamel was wearing his Sunday clothes. That is his hat, see? And then he has got a special paraphernalia he was having on his body, a special dress you can see. The best fine clothes. Why? Now he understood that it was because as a mark of respect to this last class. Secondly, why people from the village, old people came there, that's also for paying the last tribute, you can say, to this last class. It was because they were sorry too that they had not gone to school more. The old men were very sorry because They should have gone to school, they should have continued their studies. Instead, most probably they were dropouts. So they are now sorry for that, for dropping out of their school. So these are the two reasons, three reasons you can say. One to pay respect, and secondly, they were sorry for this, for not going to school. It was their way of thinking for master, for his 40 years of service, and of showing their respect for the country that was theirs no more. So that is the third reason. First reason is respect for the master. Second reason is they are sorry because they could not attend the classes. In between they were, all those people who were sitting, they were dropouts. And the third reason is respect for the country. Respect for the last class, respect for the school, respect for the country, and also they were expressing they were very sorry that they could not, or they did not, or they could not complete their courses. And that was theirs no more. The country, because Alsace and Lorraine taken over by the Prussians, that is the Germans. When I was thinking of all this, I heard my name called. I heard my name called. It was my turn to recite. That's the so I was thinking like this: why these old people came there? Why he is putting on this dress, new Sunday clothes, finest clothes? Why the people are sorry? They are all very sad. These things I was thinking. Then my name was called out, and then for what? For reciting the rule of participles. And then next is a very sad sentence. What would I not given to be able to say that dreadful rule for the participles all through, very loud and clear and without one mistake. He is thinking, I would have given anything. That's what he said. What would I not have given? I would have given anything if somebody would make me able to say that dreadful rule for the participle all through, all the rules, all through, very loud and clear without a mistake. So if somebody would have taught me how to recite the rules of the participle, all the rules of the participles from beginning to end, clearly and loudly and without a mistake, I would have given to him anything he would ask of me. That's what he says. But he is unable, helpless. Then I got mixed up on the first verse and stood there holding to my desk, holding like this, my heart beating and not daring to look up. Stood like this. That is what he did. Not daring to look up. Because he felt ashamed of himself, that's one thing. Secondly, he was waiting for the impending or the great scolding. You remember he started from home, thinking that there would be a scolding. I will have to face the scolding. I will have to face reproaches from my teacher Hamel for not reciting the participles rule. I got mixed up right from the beginning. I heard Hamel said to me, so he was heart beating and also ashamed. Hamel said, I won't scold you. Little Franz, you must feel bad enough. See how it is. I am not going to do anything today. Because this is the last class. And already from your face I can understand. You are sorry for it. And he says, you feel bad enough. That's enough. And he said, when you are conscious of the fact that you have not done well. So that's okay. Feel bad enough, that's okay. Everybody, every day, he says, we have said to ourselves, we have now he is speaking about the people of Alsace. Says, bah, I have plenty of time. I will learn it tomorrow. And you see where we have come out. So students, this is their nature. Postpone, procrastination. What you have to do today, you will say, tomorrow, Sunday I will do it. Sunday you will say, tomorrow is Monday I will do it. Monday you will say, next week I will do it. And next week you will say, next month. And next month you will say, there will be holidays, Christmas holidays, like that you postpone. So finally what will happen? This will be the end result. Says every day we postpone. And that is, and then a lazy man, lazy people, they procrastinate, they postpone. And so where we have come out, nobody knows his language. Old men sitting behind in the back benches, they don't know the language. You are students, you don't know the language. You don't know how to recite the participle rule. Look at that. What is the reason for all this? It is postponing things. What you have to do today, you are thinking that, or you promise that you will do tomorrow. But at the same time, you don't do that. Understand? Promises are not kept. They are supposed to do that, but promises are not kept. That's the great trouble. With ulcers, she puts off learning till tomorrow. She, that is this district. Alsace here means all the people in this district. All the people in the districts are like that. They share something common. And what is that common? What is that common thing that share common nature? That is postponing things. Postponing all things but the learning. Now those fellows out there, means Prussians, they have taken over this. Now those fellows out there will have the right to say to you, how is it you pretend to be Frenchman and you can neither speak nor write your own language? What is it? You say that you are Frenchman and you cannot write, you cannot speak your own language. What is this? What a nonsense. But you are not the worst, poor little Franz. Says that you are not the only person to be blamed. You are not the worst. There are many others. Who are they? So he is now confessing. This is a confession. The confession of his teacher who had put in 40 years of service in that school, teaching French. And he confesses. What does he say? He says, you are not the only one to be blamed. We have all a great deal to reproach ourselves with. Great deal, plenty. We have great deal, a number of, says, great deal. Reproach ourselves, get angry with ourselves. Speak angry words to us. That is reproach ourselves. Sorry. Your parents were not anxious enough to learn. Look, those people sitting there, they were not anxious enough to learn. You are not the only person to be blamed. See that your parents also are to be blamed. What are they doing with you people? They prefer to put you work on a farm or at the mills so as to have a little more money. More than encouraging you to attend the classes, they ask you go to the mills. You go and work on the farm so that you get little more money. And what about I? And I? Parents are to be blamed. Students are to be blamed. What about myself? I have been to blame most. Have I not often sent you to water my flowers in the garden instead of learning your lessons? I myself am to be blamed. Because sometimes if I had to water my garden, I would ask you, okay, this last period you are free. All of you can go and work in my garden. That's the wrong thing to do. I have done that. I am also to be blamed for that. Have I not often let you to send you to water my garden? Again he says, and when I wanted to go fishing, did I not give you a holiday? So Monday to Wednesday is a working day. Morning the teacher gets up and thinks, today I will go for fishing. When the students come, say, it will be written there, holiday. and the students will be very happy. See that? The teacher is keeping the class. So he is very good. He is sorry for funding. He asked the students to skip the class and go watering his garden. Secondly, he himself skipped and then declared a holiday, an unofficial holiday. A French leave, they said. What is unofficial holiday? And Fashi, did I not give you a holiday? Then from one thing to another, last class, no? So emotional, nostalgia, feelings of nostalgia, love for the past, love for the days gone by, that is nostalgia means. So then from one thing to another, Hamel went on to talk of the French language. So we missed a chance. We missed an opportunity of learning this great language. This great language of a great nation. Then what did he say? He said he went on giving a list of the merits, so to say. He says like this, saying that it was the most beautiful language in the world. They said that French is very musical. I don't know French, but it is said like that. It's a very musical language, French. The clearest and the most logical. Some cases you will find some languages are not logical. Isn't it? Very often you will find that. For example, when you spell knife, K-N-I-F-E in English. And then you just forget about the K and say knife. So what is the logic? So it's not logical, we can say. You can say, you aren't, he isn't. But you cannot say, I am. What is the logic behind it? You have to say, I am not. Look at that. So that way you have what meaning. You cannot explain why is it like that. Boy, plural is boys. Sheep, same sheep. What is this? You will ask. What is this? As far as French is concerned, Hamel says it is very logical. You can explain everything by applying logic. Logical, it's very beautiful. Then he says it is clearest that we must guard it among us. Never forget it. So now, for some time, the Prussians are going to take over. They are going to introduce German. From tomorrow onwards in this school, German will be taught. There will be no French. But it is our duty to guard it. Because it is the clearest language, logical language, most beautiful language. Plus, he says one thing more. What is that? It is the key to our freedom. If you forget your language, then you will be a slave forever. And that's the fourth reason. Because when people are enslaved means we are being enslaved by the Prussians. So we are made slaves by them. So when the people are enslaved, as long as they hold fast means they very strongly hold on, very strongly strongly keep to their language. Strongly keep your language. It is as if they have the key to their prison. Key to their prison means end to slavery in this context. If you have your language, you allow it to flourish, you learn it, you guard it. A beautiful language, clearest language, logical, most logical language. This you must guard it. Why? Because that's a key to ending your slavery. Someday we will be free. Someday Alsace and Lorraine would be liberated. At that time, don't come here crying in German, but we must cry in, don't come back, don't enjoy your freedom in German, but you must enjoy your freedom in French language. So very touching speech now. In the last class, it's very friendly, very kind. It's not angry with France, and he says that you don't know how to recite these rules of participles. It's not only you to be blamed, but your parents, myself, and our attitudes. And he himself said that I have let you off for watering my garden. I have let you off when I wanted to go for fishing. These things were not supposed to be done by a responsible teacher. And your parents, they were least interested. Halfway through the school they would leave. They would be dropouts. Now they are very sad they have come here. Now you got that point. So once again if you go you will find. So put off means postpone. A great deal of means plenty, I have already told you. To reproach means to speak angry words or be angry. Enslave means to make somebody slave. Hold fast means strongly hold on. Strongly keep with you. Hold fast. For example, simple thing. See, I am holding fast to this pen. But now this way, loose. This. And then you have key to the present. Here it means the solution to your slavery. Key to the present. Key means a solution. An answer to a question. That is key. Nobody makes a lock without a key. There is no problem in this world without a solution. So that is it. Nobody makes a lock without a key. Every problem has a solution. Understand? Time will cure everything. Very good. Now we come back to this once again, go through this. The reasons why I am hammered this Sunday clothes. The old men of the village have occupied the last benches. Franz holding on to his desk, his heart beating and not daring to speak because he could not learn. And the reasons why Alsace is poor in learning the merits of the French language. Questions? You have got first question. Why did Hammer put on his best clothes? Because that was his last class. He wanted to show respect to the class, to the students, and since it was the last class, he had no other chance. That was his last chance for wearing that dress also. That is, these are the reasons. Secondly, why did the village men come to the school? The village men come to the school first for respecting the school, respecting the teacher for his master, that is 40 years of his service, and respecting the country. So they wanted to give respect to the teacher, the school, and the country. And that's why they came. What would have Franz given to enable him to recite the participles of anything? If you read that sentence, what would I not have given to be able to say that dreadful rule for the participles all through very loud and clear and without one mistake? That is, I think, that a heart-rending cry of these students. This young boy, I would have given anything, but I am helpless, I cannot. So that is the answer. I would have given anything. Fourth, what are the two reasons given by Hammer for the poor performance in learning French? Two reasons. One, of course, parents. See, the parents are not interested. Themselves are learning, and also another thing is that they are more interested in sending their children on the farm or at the mills because they want to get some money. So these are the two main reasons. One, and of course there is one more reason, as you can see from the part of the teacher. That will be the next question. What would Germans say? Germans would say that, but you are French and you cannot write or speak your own language. What is this? What are the merits of the French language? Why should they hold fast to it? Merits of the French language, most beautiful, clearest and most logical. Why should they hold fast to it? Because that is the key to their enslavement or prison, key to prison. So actually there are three reasons for the fourth. What are the reasons given by Hammond for the poor performance? One, from the parents' side. lethargy, we say no, not interested, parent side. Then student side, and the third one is teacher side. What did the teacher do? We have already seen. Instead of taking the class, he would ask his students to go out and water my garden. Or he will say that garden. Or he will say, he will think like this, tomorrow I will go for fishing, so I holiday. See, everybody has to be blamed, not only, so three, the stakeholders, you have got three. One is the teacher, the other is parents, the third one is, we get the students. All the three are lethargic to study, not interested. They are very lukewarm, we say. Lukewarm. It's not interested. I have been through most of these people, they left the class, left their studies. They were dropouts. The people who were sitting in the back benches, they were dropouts one day, someday. And now these students here, they are not very much interested. That's what it says, I started reciting, but first word itself I got mixed up. That's the thing. And the third one is that the teacher himself, he himself blames him. So these are the reasons why we can. So I think that we can answer these questions now. You know all the words, you can make them, make sentences with these words, and then you internalize. Next one is, you know the main points, and then you have got a half a dozen questions to answer from this. So with this, we come to the end of this lesson. In fact, you know, you can ask questions like this also. Why was Francis heart beating and he was holding on to the desk, etc. You can ask that because he did not know how to recite the root of participles. What do you think about the teacher? Another question. He is confessing and he is sorry for it. That means he is repenting. That's a good sign. He committed a mistake. If you repent, you feel sorry for it, that's a good sign, so that you will next time won't repeat it. His confession. The confessions of a great teacher, we can say. That portion is confessions of a great teacher. So another question can be asked. What do you think about the confessions of the teacher? Then, who are the people to be blamed? Another way we can ask. Who are the people to be blamed for slow standard in French, in Alsace? Teacher, parents, students. Then, why does France begin this section with an exclamation, poor man? Why does he call Hamel poor man? So, he is losing his job, he is going out, and next he is also a slave. Another point is that he has no other opportunities for wearing his best and finest Sunday clothes, so he is wearing. So he feels pity. He won't be able to see him next day, so he feels pity on him. That's why he said, poor man. Says. Understand? What else? What other questions again? I said, you make as many questions as possible. Then you use different wordings and then try to answer. This is the best way to learn a lesson. This is the best way to learn vocabulary. This is the best way to improve your language. This is the best way to internalize that lesson. This is the best way to develop your style. Understand? So that, as I told you, these things you yourself should do. But in our situation, the teacher will be reading. Otherwise, students will be reading. The teacher will be helping. Hope you are following this method. You like my method of communicative method of teaching. You like, I think, because there is student-centered, not teacher-centered. Teacher is only an agent, or another word for that is a facilitator. Hope that you are following, and see you again. Bye. Have a nice time. Enjoy your life.